Good morning. It's turned out nice again. How's it going, guys? You all right? Well, did you have a good weekend? I had a good weekend. Friday night was good. Went out and saw the boys. We did some streaming on here till 6 in the morning. I didn't get to bed till after 6 in the morning on Friday night, Saturday morning, which is ridiculous. Saturday night was out for dinner, and that was a good evening. And then yesterday, obviously, we had the football. So I did have some problems with the Mastodon server, which is this one. Over the weekend, that's because it's really grown. That's what she said. So we're still working on that. We've had to upgrade it and make some changes. So I do apologise if you were affected by that. Liverpool Football Club.social. Mastodon is a rival to Twitter, and we have our own setup on there with many Liverpool supporters, and you're very welcome to come and join us. So hopefully that work will conclude today. It wasn't the best of timing with it going down, because I wanted it obviously to be online for the Liverpool game. But it's a good problem to have. It means it's popular. So hopefully that will settle down at some point today. I wanted to speak to you about John Henry's visit to England. People want to know why John Henry was here. I've been told it's because he's been very unhappy with the way things have been happening at Liverpool during the summer. Especially with regards transfer activity or the lack of it. FSG, and in particular John Henry, has been coming under the cosh, being criticised. Everything's the owner's fault, blah blah blah. And the word is, and we spoke about this a couple of weeks ago, that that John Henry allegedly said to people at Liverpool Football Club, WTF, what's going on? Why am I getting all this criticism? Why are we getting all this criticism? The resources are there. Now, whether you believe the resources are there or not, only you can decide that. And that was the initial rumour that I brought to you, I think about 2 weeks ago, maybe a little bit less, I can't remember. And then following that, we spoke in previous videos. This is before we knew John Henry was in England. This is earlier last week, right? We were told, and I relayed this on to you, that John Henry, I think, had apparently hit the roof, I think the term was, during a video conference call, which was supposed to have been last Monday. Following that, we then had the approach for Caicedo. So, more or less instantly, I can't remember if it was Monday afternoon, they said they decided to do that, or I think the call, apparently, where John Henry had this video conference with people at Liverpool was Monday afternoon, which would kind of make sense, based on US time zones and when they wake up, and it'd be morning over there, but, the afternoon in England, in Liverpool or London, wherever. So then, he's supposed to have hit the roof. We discussed this previously. The Caicedo stuff went in. Nothing materialised on that front. I know many of you that are FSG out don't like the owners, think it was all a big, I don't know, conspiracy. You don't believe it. You don't believe, they just did it to make it look like we wanted him and stuff like that. I don't believe that. The source that we discussed, I think I did a video the other day when it looked like we were going to, possibly sign Caicedo. There was a video on here titled something along the lines of John Henry's shock intervention or something. It is a shock. It's not me trying to be clickbaitish or anything. And, the source behind that is a very well-known contributor to the Cop Talk VIP members website that's been on there for, 15, 20 years or something, I don't know. I know where they work, and some of the people on there know that as well. They are not a Twitter ITK, they're not going to mislead you, they're not selling anything. They're a Liverpool fan, they work in a trusted position, and the information that they provide to our community is second to none. So I can tell you right now, if he says, or she says, John Henry's hit the roof, or he's not happy, and there was a video cut, then it happened, so you can only believe what you want to believe, but I certainly believe what I would call a friend. And the further information I had with regards John Henry's visit, whether this comes out as to, oh no, he was here for this or whatever, that might be put out to make it sound like there's no drama. But I absolutely believe the information that I was told, that John Henry visited because of part of all of this stuff that's built up over the last couple of weeks, not being happy with what's going on, like the resources are there, you're not doing anything, or we're not progressing. Maybe maybe it wasn't, maybe these are just normal conversations that happen within organizations and businesses. Maybe there is no drama. He's said to have kicked off on Monday, and then he turns up the same week, as when all this stuff's supposed to be happening, because obviously there is a problem with the Caicedo situation. That's not going to happen as we all believe now, and it sounds like he's come over to say, right, I'm going to go and fucking... Do you know what I mean? So that's all I can say to you. I know there's some people out there wanting to believe he's here because they're going to sell the club and all that, and I can't verify these claims or tell you these things are set in stone. I can only go by what I'm told and what the Cop Talk VIP community is told, and I trust my friends. So and if you think about it, even if you are not privy, if you're not on there, and if you just watch my videos, you'd have seen this little pattern over the last couple of weeks where we started talking about John Henry apparently not being happy. Then the rumour that he, which was after that he'd kicked off on Monday, and then John Henry turning up in England. Surely them things have to be related. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I believe anyway. So it's up to you what you believe. They might put out, something along the lines of, oh, John Henry, watch who says it. Oh, John Henry was here for this really, or he's such a fan, he wanted to see the opening game of the season. So I will end the video by saying I believe John Henry, came to the UK because he ain't happy. That's it, and it's his, at the end of the day, it's his business and it's his money, and but his appointments as well. So I don't know if they're going to try and throw, Boy George under a bus and say it's all his fault and all that. I don't know. I'm probably going to talk about a video about Caicedo in a moment. But John Henry apparently intervened, and then we went in for Caicedo. Now, if that had have come off, that deal, everyone would be going, that's a nice one, John, yeah, great. But some of you have seen the comments saying, no, he didn't, don't believe it, don't believe he did that, he don't give a shit. I believe that he did. I believe that he intervened, and that's why that Caicedo bid went in. What happens next will be interesting to see. So I just wanted to share those little thoughts with you. I've got a lot of work to do today. I'm stressed out. I'm very disappointed with the Caicedo situation. I'm stressed out because the Mastodon server was down over the weekend, which was a big worry, and it's cost. I've had to hire someone to fix all that, which is never nice. I haven't got my final bill yet, but it's worth it. I think it's a good little community on there. It's growing immensely. So, but yeah, I would rather have not had to deal with that this weekend. Today we'll take a look at everything that's going on NFC wise, and I will try to churn out lots of content for you. Thank you for the support. I do appreciate it. Please thumbs up the video if you enjoyed it. Please leave a comment. They're the most important things around these parts of the comments. And if you really like the video, you can hit the love heart, super thanks or something like that, I think it's called. So I think that's about it for this video. I will take a look at other things and get back to you shortly. All right, guys, cheers.